Our colleague Julia LaRoche is at the Greenwich Economic Forum today in Connecticut, hearing from a number of big names in investing, including Paul Tudor Jones. Julia joins us live now. Julia, what are some of the highlights so far?
Yeah, well, Dan, the highlight was the kickoff panel with Paul Tudor Jones, the legendary macro hedge fund manager, alongside Ray Dalio, the co-CIO of Bridgewater Associates. These are probably two of the biggest names in the hedge fund space. And what did Paul Tudor Jones say? Well, he said that the 2020 election will be more meaningful than any election in his lifetime. He said the next president will have a huge impact on the economy, stock market, and asset prices. Take a listen.
So as an investor, you have to have a view on the election because the outcomes are so extreme. I've never seen this kind of polarity in the elections as we have now. And they always say, oh, well, it doesn't make any difference who president is. You know, the markets rallied 53% of the time under Democrats and 52% of the time. It does make a difference. Ronald Reagan, when he became president, was a huge difference to the stock market. And I would say who the next president is also going to have a huge impact on the economy, the stock market, particularly asset pricing, because clearly asset prices today, whether it's U.S. stocks, whether it's interest rates, whether it's the dollar, it's all priced off of, in my opinion, a 5% budget deficit with this incredibly overly stimulative fiscal policy combined with this overly stimulative monetary policy is creating this U.S. exceptionalism that one day, like if we normalized our deficit to where Europe is right now, would have a completely different valuations for the stock market, valuations for the dollar. The dollar would be substantially lower, I believe. So this next presidential election and what policies they pursue afterwards, I think this one is going to be more meaningful than any one, certainly in my lifetime. So it's going to be really interesting.
I agree with you.
Yeah, and Dan, some of the other highlights from the talk is that Paul Tudor Jones referred to President Trump as the greatest salesman of all time. Now, he said that sort of tongue-in-cheek, referring to how he's basically moved the Republican Party in the direction of, accepting the 5% budget deficit, given the economic strength that we're seeing. Elsewhere in his talk, he talked about modern monetary theory and the acceptance and the evolution of the acceptance of MMT, analogizing that to marijuana and the social acceptance there. Also touched upon capitalism and ways to fix it. Be sure to check out all of our coverage on Yahoo Finance. Back to you guys.
All right, Julia, looks like a nice place to be standing. Have a good day of reporting there at the Greenwich Economic Forum. Thanks.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.